Hi betting experts, on Saturday the 18th of September we've got 9 cracking races on ITV. On Saturday, Ayr and Newbury, the ground conditions at both pretty much perfect. It was wet early in the week but things have dried out for the weekend and the forecast seems pretty much set fair at both. We start off with our value angle selection. This goes at Ayr in the day's big betting race, the 340, the Virgin Bet Ayr Gold Cup handicap. 3-year-olds and upwards, 6 furlongs, a heritage contest, a big field. I thought Gulliver was a real eye-catcher last time out, sent over to the Curragh. Now, he's been campaigning warm, listed non-handicap company for most of the season, but he was sent over to Ireland last night and he really caught the eye, running on strongly in the closing stages from a poor position, parked out wide, and I think that signalled that he's now back to the kind of form that saw him be a real force. Now, he's hardly unexposed. I think he's had over 60 races in his long career, but he's well handicapped now on the pick of his form, and David O'Mara is absolutely expert at bringing these sort of horses back to their peak for a big Saturday handicap like this. I think he'll go really well. He's around about 14 to 1. You're going to need some luck, obviously. It's a huge field, but I'm going to back him each way. Shop around for bookmakers offering extra places. There'll be plenty of 6 places at least on the day, if not more, for looking around. For our nap of the day, we go to the 155 at Ayr. This is the Virgin Bet Doonside Cup Stakes, a listed race. 3-year-olds and upwards, over a mile 2. And with the defection of Adayeb at the deck stage, this leaves the way open for Juan Alcano to get back in the winning groove. Now, Kevin Ryan's had a terrific season. He's got some lovely horses. This one was completely outclassed at York last time out in the Judd Monty International, starting slowly and never getting warm at all. But he was 40 to 1 that day. This is a much more suitable opportunity. He's well down in class. Kevin Stott's booked. He'll love the decent ground. This trip's his absolute optimum, and I'm confident he'll manage to land this prize. Now, ITV have got 7 other races. Let's do them in time order. The 2:15 at Newbury, a Group 3 sprint. Well, King's Lynn for me is definitely the one to side with under Oisin Murphy. He wasn't seen to best effect in the Hatwood at this track last time out, and I think he's a much more resolute and reliable proposition than the lightly short price favourite Cardem. Now, Cardem has got a very high head carriage. Last week at Donny, he was gifted a very easy lead on his own. He still had his head high. He actually broke the course record there, which I think is going to make him a short price, but that ground at Donny was very fast on the day. He was unchallenged, never pestered. I think he's one to be bang against here, and I'm going to go with King's Lynn, who's around about 5 to 1. Back to Ayr for the 2:30, the Silver Cup, a 6 furlong puzzle, a bookmaker's benefit. Well, Air Raid has become well handicapped on his form from last season, and I think he's just needed the run a couple of times. He ran last time out a big price at Ascot, and I watched that run back this morning. He ran a lot better than the bare result at 33 to 1. He was in the same race as Gulliver, by the way. I'm hoping he's going to win the Gold Cup later on the card. He might just have been running himself fit, and he's a sporting selection in a race for tiny stakes. The 2:50 at Newbury, the Dubai Duty Free Legacy Cup Stakes, a Group 3 over a mile 3. Well, Al Arzi's been called a couple of names by punters. He's got beaten narrowly the last twice at a short price, but he's back to Newbury here. He's 2 from 2 at the track in the past. Everything's ideal, good ground. He's a very strong traveller. I'm confident he'll be able to see these off on the bridle. Over to the Ayr back to Ayr for the 3:05, a phillies Group 3, over 6 furlongs for 2-year-olds. Some really high class prospects here, but Hala Athmani of Kevin Ryan looked top draw when landing hefty market support at Carlisle on her debut, and I think she can handle the jump up to Group 3 company. Back to Newbury for the 3:25, a 1 mile 2 handicap. Well, King of Clubs has thrived on a pretty busy campaign this summer. He was impressive last time out. He is now up to a career high mark 28 days later, but he's been nibbled at all week with the firms who've gone up early. I think he's thought to be capable of a lot better, and I think he'll go really close here. The 4 o'clock at Newbury, a Group 2 over 6 furlongs. Well, Fearbeat is a horse I really like, and if you watch his run back in the gym crack last time out under Frankie McDonald, well, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. He got his run checked 3 or 4 times, and Frankie McDonald took an absolute age to finally extract him. He switched him left, he hung all over the track and flew home behind Lusail. It was a very eye-catching effort. He's a horse I've followed. I really liked his run at Goodwood when second behind Amore, and I think he's a horse to follow. He's 7 to 1 or so this morning. That is a very fair price. And finally, back to Ayr for the 4:15, a handicap over a mile. Well, Dance Fever was an eye-catcher last time at Goodwood. He never really landed a blow under a negative effective ride. He's tried a mile before. I think it suits him fine. He's stronger now. He's improving. Conditions to suit. He must go close. Best of luck with all 9 ITV races on Saturday, betting experts.